Hey, beautiful people, good afternoon to you. So, I'm dedicating this video to the powers that be that, what is the word I'm looking for? It was just regulates, the custom fees and charges in terms of what is the maximum you can purchase without per day without having to pay custom fees. Like you regulators, the power, I don't know if it's custom, government, preacher, lawyer, doctor, Indian chief, whomever they may be. I'm just gently, respectfully, and humbly asking, can you just move it to $100? Move it to $100. Good God, when are you going to move from the $50 mark? You know that $50 in the grand scheme of things is not a lot of money, especially on our shores. See, the dollar is about almost 160 to 1. Almost $160 to 157, and depending on the merchant that you're purchasing with, they have to do it at like 158, because whether you would go through Visa International or MasterCard International, they sometimes determine the rate, and then they have to make their markups. So everyone has to benefit. You still will benefit if it's $100. Come on, for the most part, a lot of people who shop, they don't buy. Even if they buy, they have to be coming day after day after day, or purchase online day after day after day. Just put it to $100. Good God. Look here. The Jamaican people, by and large, Jamaica get beaten left, right, and center economically from the powers that be that pay, especially the public sector workers. They get beaten from the whoever pay us. They get beaten with just the hardships of life. Locks, make it a little easier. Allow people to say there's some, and when I say there are some good in Jamaica, I'm not talking about their own personal family life, but in terms of dealing with merchants, in terms of doing business in Jamaica, at least let us say one avenue is not as difficult. I have never seen difficulty like I've seen in Jamaica. The things are pricey, they're expensive, them dear, as people would say here. And this $50 mark is ridiculous now. It is. It is. I don't know which other word to use. And I'm not being rude in it. I'm just saying, I think it is time that it moves up to $100 at the very least, 50. And anything thereafter, you're charged custom fees, which can be a large percentage, close to even 50% of the value of it. So if I'm purchasing something for $60, I can pay probably $30 for that $60. That's unfair, especially if I'm not doing it for any business purposes. I'm doing it for my personal use. Come on, man, powers that be. You guys have to treat the Jamaican people much better than that. $50 is a joke. You guys can move it up to $100 now. 50? No, sir. Sometimes when I think about it, I say, boy, it's like we have to lobby for every single thing in this country. There's nothing that comes to us a little bit easy, and I don't believe in everything we have to toil for. That cannot be a natural thing. It is not even under the guise of abnormality. It is beyond it. Abnormality cannot fathom what happens here. Come on, man. Everything is just so difficult in doing business in Jamaica, in purchasing things, in going to places. Sometimes you visit some of these establishments. You wonder if you walk in and say to them, can you give me something without me paying for it? The way how they treat you like you're a beggar, common beggar on the road. They treat you like a common beggar on the road. Customer service is little to none. You can literally sometimes count on your one hand if the number of places that exude customer service, and then to top it off, to face financial difficulties. Then to top that off is to face the high prices of things. Come on, man, make it a little easier for the Jamaican people. $50? Oh my gosh. No, man, think about it. Penny, don't just think about your pockets. Because it is ridiculous. Sometimes this is something for 56, 57. You say, Lord, it don't make no sense, because if you buy that, you're going to be purchasing something for nearly $100 that really not even worth the $57, because whoever put on that price is somebody who is trying to make money on that good or item much more. To be saying you're going to be paying $100 for something that is genuinely not even worth the 50. It is, as I said, whoever is selling it has to make money, plus you, plus this one, plus. Come on, man. You're not going to lose, and you know that, because most business people have to purchase a lot. That is why, people, let me put this clause in not in all cases, but in a lot of the cases, you really can't. It's not fair for you to say that why the merchant, the people at the stores and establishment, them TV. Me see the thing online for $20, and when I go, it's $80 I'm selling for. Let me tell you something. I'm telling you, people, it caught me one time purchasing something from one of those online, what you call them again, when they ship for you, and it was barely above the 50, and when I didn't realize the custom fees hit me. You'd wonder if it's $100 I paid for the thing. I kid you not. So can you imagine a merchant paid for something and custom fees hits that merchant? Because obviously no merchant is going to buy one item. So it goes way over the $50 mark. They're charged, I'm assuming, based on when I see them work it out, some of them it looks like 35 to 40% of the value of the goods. To me, maybe I'm wrong. If I'm wrong, I stand corrected. And then when you come back, you have to make a profit that is sensible, that makes sense for you. That is the reason why you would go into business, to make money, to bring in increase. So it has to make sense. So you end up now having to put something close to that 35% increase on the item, especially if you don't have them in bulk, like a large quantity of them. It's going to end up costing a lot. So people is not really that the merchant, if they have to pay overhead costs, freight charges, the custom fees, everything plus their own markup. And they have no choice but to sell it at the price that they do, or they will not make any money. One of these ridiculous things, somebody is having something and they sell it. Let us say you go online and you see it for $100. And by the time they were able to maneuver things, they probably sell it at $130, $140. You're going to say, but I saw it online for $100. Does that make sense to you? When you tell them, but I saw it online for $100, for a fact, or maybe I'm assuming you don't know, that they have to pay custom fees, freight charges, this, that, and the other, and the third, and then put their markup on. And why would they be buying something for $100 to sell it back for $100? Does that make sense? Sometimes I wonder if our brains are under our feet and being stomped on every second, because it's a ridiculous comment to tell somebody. I don't know if you're doing it to sway them to sell you for $100, but you'd be cruel. Because why would you want somebody to not earn? You want to earn, but you don't want them to earn. You're not your brother's keeper nor your sister's keeper. You sound like Cain. So you want to be cursed. I hate when people do that. It is better that you ask them, boy, are you able? It's not good to even ask people to bargain down. I've done it, but I don't really practice it. It's not a good thing, because sometimes when you do that, they end up, if they even do it, they don't really make any money, and it becomes frustrating to the seller. I try not to really say, can you give me for that? I don't really practice it. I have not even, some people are good at doing it and they're determined that but it's not really good. I heard a preacher say it's not good to do that. They tell you, say it's $100 you pay it. If you don't have it, leave it alone. Move on. Don't ask them to bargain you down. Because sometimes when they do that $100 that they're selling it for, it is actually them making money when they sell you for that. So it's not a good thing to really ask people to bargain. I see it. Like if I sell something and I know that my price is fair based on what I would pay for it, based on the markup that I put on it, that is fair. And when you say bargain you down, you wonder to yourself, these people, obviously, they're not being fair. They're not being just. I am doing this so I can make money too. When you work to make money. You work to increase even in your monies. So to be asking people to bargain is not good. But sorry to stray for so long. Customs, powers that be, I don't know if it has to do with government officials, whomever. It has to be some regulatory body and whatnot. Reconsider the $50, move it up to $100. Give the Jamaicans something to talk about in a good way. Let us feel good. Let us, boy, if it could, it would be so good if it could even happen for the remainder of 2023. Don't let everything be so difficult in the country to do. Everything. God, I can't think of something being easy in this country. Honestly, I don't know. I can't think of something being easy. So regulators, powers that be, just move it from 50, please. I ask of thee humbly, gently, respectfully. Move it to $100. So in other words, where we can purchase something for $100 without having to pay custom fees per day. You will make money nonetheless. Guys, follow me on TikTok, subscribe to my YouTube channel. Please share this message.